My name's Hillary. I'm a fire inspector with Metro Fire. We're here to talk to you guys today about fire doors and the importance of them. As an inspector, when we go out and we are looking at fire doors, our big thing is we're looking at the rating. It's going to be different ratings based on what it's protecting, really. So when we go out and we are looking at the fire doors, the first thing we do is we look at the tag on the door and the frame. We want to make sure it has the correct tag, that it is tagged, and it has a correct rating on it. We will open and shut every single door. We need to make sure that the door is not sticking and that it's going to be less than 15 pounds of force to open that door. Then once it is open, we let go of it, make sure it self-closes and latches. Next, we're going to look and make sure it's got a smoke seal around it. Obviously, a smoke seal is there to keep the smoke out and again, give you that time rating that you need on the other side of the door. We're also going to check the door hardware on it. So if it's going to have a panic hardware or single action self-releasing door hardware, it needs to have that UL listing on it to make sure that it is fire rated and it's going to be able to protect you. If you do touch it, it's not going to burn you. If there is a pair of doors, when we look at the pairs of doors, we want to make sure we open both of them at the same time and then drop them to let them both close at the same time. Oftentimes the door holders and the self-closers, they're going to have a little hold on it. So one door will close first, the second door will then close and latch. You want to make sure they're not getting stuck together and that when you do let go of them at the same time, they're both going to close. So when you do have a fire, if they aren't on hold opens, they will both eventually get to that self-close and latch position. We do not want to prop doors. That's the whole point of having the self-closing and latching part on the door. When you prop a door open, you're prohibiting it from closing and then you're ruining the entire rating of the fire door. There are some things you can do by tying it into a fire alarm system by putting a magnetic hold open on it. Those get tested at the fire alarm testing, and we also do the same check where once you pull it off that magnet, you make sure it self-closes and latches. But if you do see door props throughout, we want to make sure that they get rid of those. Fire doors are able to have a window on it. It needs to have the protect rating on it and be listed as well. So the window is only allowed to be a certain size based on which fire door it is. And then it also needs to have that stamp in the corner showing that it is UL certified. The fire doors also allow you to get as close as you can to the fire without being in an IDLH environment.
So another value of having those fire doors there, opening up those doors, realizing that hey, there's a lot more smoke behind this door, that we're getting very close to the fire. Crews were able to get on the radio and rally everybody to that location. Gave us time to get hose lines put in place, to get crews there. And then when everybody was masked up, ready to go, we had probably 3 or 4 companies of resources there that we were able to go in and simultaneously do a search, an evacuation, finding to see the fire, and as well as extinguishing the fire and ventilating as well. So that was a big advantage of having those fire doors. It bought us time. So the idea behind the fire doors is that we're trying to compartmentalize the fire, keep it in a box versus a wide open box where it's unchecked and the fire just gets bigger and bigger. I think similar to the close before you doze campaign, just closing your door before you go to sleep at night. Studies have shown if you keep that door closed, you buy the resident or occupant buys themselves time, even if the house is on fire and stuff. That protects the occupant inside that room so they can survive longer or get out a window or potentially be rescued by the fire department. So those fire doors kind of work in a similar manner as when those fire doors shut because this smoke detector goes off, a fire alarm, those doors activate and close. It allows those hallways to be, long hallways to be compartmentalized in sections so that the fire stays in check. The smoke stays in check, and so that it doesn't rapidly spread to the rest of the occupancy.
When we conduct our fire investigations, we do look at things like our fire protection systems, egress out of the building, especially in commercial buildings where we have high life safety issues, such as convalescent hospitals or apartment complexes, anywhere where we may have any issues of large amount of folks residing in an area or congregating in an area. As I come in as an investigator, not only am I looking at the origin and cause of the fire, I'm also looking at other things that may have impacted fire injuries or maybe even a fire death. So I want to look at making sure that everything has really been gone through like a fine-tooth comb. So one of those things is fire protection systems and components within the fire protection system or egress for a building, and just make sure that recent inspections, any issues that may have occurred in previous inspections, anything that the fire suppression crews may notice that may be out of the ordinary, and this may be Even on a medical call, you might go into a facility and go, something that doesn't look right. Call somebody about it. You may not know exactly what that issue may be, but if you at least put the right folks on it, somebody can come out and at least take a look at it for you and see if there's any issues that they need to deal with. Those folks in CRRD understand their job very well and understand life safety and the importance of it. So those are always a great resource for everyone.